Yeah, it was good. We had a good win over Austin Peay. Was proud of our guys. Down 5 minute and a half to go. Kind of kept our poise, executed, got to the free throw line, and we're fortunate to get a couple stops and a couple breaks with some missed free throws, and felt good going into overtime. And was fortunate Isaiah made a couple shots, and we in the overtime period, and we finished the game out. Stacey Ed made free throws and got a couple stops. So Sunday was off, and now we're here today, Monday, to get better for us. And we obviously, everybody knows we got a big week here. 2 great home games with Belmont on Thursday and then Tennessee State on Saturday. 2 very good programs, and 2 programs we have a lot of respect for.
Any questions?
Let's talk about the toughness in overtime that your seniors really showed. They all stepped up and did something else every
Yeah, I told the guys, we just got to continue to battle, continue to fight. We may have to win a different way this year. Last year we won a different way. Every year can't be the same way, and because of the way we're shooting the basketball right now, because of the way we're shooting from the free throw line right now, we're not able to go from 9 to 15 or 18 with a couple shots and letting people back in the game. We were up 9 the other afternoon. Then we had a chance to go up 7. We missed a layup. They hit a 3, and then that changes the game totally on both people's thought process, on both teams' thought process. So was proud of Isaiah. He missed a big 3 in the end of regulation, but then he came back on the same play and knocked it down in overtime. And Stacey made a huge shot to cut it to 3. And Ed's Ed. He does so much for our team. And then Brandon was active, and then Trez has just continued to get better. I bumped into him yesterday at Penn Station. He's about 75%, but he's just got to. He's continually getting better and making progress.
Coach, TSU and Belmont, the top 2 teams in the East. Would you consider this probably the most important week of the season thus far?
Oh, thus far, no question. It's the most important week. We need a good week of practice. We'll talk a little bit about Belmont today. It won't be a bunch about Belmont. Things we do will emphasis our thought process on what we do will have a lot of Belmont's emphasis, but we'll really start getting more into them Tuesday and Wednesday. And Tennessee State, we won't think about until Friday afternoon. But yeah, it's a huge week. It's a big week because it's conference play. It's February, and it's 2 very good teams coming in here.
Talk about Ian Clark. Just unheard of to hit 59% from 3-point range through 10 conference games.
Yeah, he's almost 60% from 3. It's amazing. He's 63 from the field, averaging 21 points a game. He's playing tremendous for them. He's having a phenomenal senior year, and he's playing with a tremendous point guard in Karan Johnson. But Clark's good, without question. We've got to do a great job limiting his catches, limiting his touches, and making every shot a contested shot, and try to be physical and try to use our athleticism to negate some of that. But terrific player, and he's not a one-year wonder. He's done it for the last 3 years there, and he's won a bunch of games similar to our seniors. I think I compare their seniors to a little bit like ours. They've had a great 3-year run and having a tremendous senior campaign as well.
I've watched them twice on TV or online, whichever, and they just have a knack of getting open looks. Is there a thing they do to get those open looks?
I just think it's not a complicated, you play Samford, years ago, and they're doing all that, Princeton offense. It's nothing like that. I think they've got very good players. They really try to get into the gaps. They really try to drive the basketball, make you help, and they really move the basketball with a great pace, and they're very, very patient. They don't take a lot of bad shots, and they get into the paint, they make the extra pass, they make you have to help, and once they get you scrambling or in a disadvantaged situation, that's where all the great looks come from.
You talk a little bit about Ian Clark and Isaiah Cannon, probably the 2 best guards in the conference, being on the floor at the same time. Just how much fun.
Well, it'd be good. It's great for our league. I think it's a tremendous opportunity for our league to get 2 tremendous programs. I think Belmont's been to the NCAA tournament the last 3 years and won the ASUN the last 3 years. I'm not 100% sure, but You look at a program, what they've done over the last 5 to 10 years there since they've been Division I and now moving into the OVC, and then you look at what we've done, and we're going to have a great atmosphere. You have the two of the top players in the league without question. I think Karan Johnson's one of the top players in the league as well. And then you're going to have a great environment and a great arena to showcase, really, our two, you can say two top, the top team in the West, the top team in the East. I think it'll be great for recruiting. It's great for our league. And it's great for both programs.
Can you talk about them just having a complete backcourt with Karan and the way they complement each other?
Well, they complement each other terrific. Karan is he's a pass-first guy, capable of really getting in he's terrific in transition. He does a great job in transition, really breaking you down, making the defense sink, and then kicking out to guys, whether it's man, whether it's Clark, whether it's Novak, whoever it may be that's in there, and getting them open looks. But we recruited Karan Johnson. We had him on campus in the summer. Belmont had a leg up in the recruiting with him, and he ended up going to Belmont, and we got Isaiah, so I think it worked out for both programs. But he's terrific talent. He really makes other people better, and we've got to do a tremendous job really corralling him and getting the ball out of his hands.
Coach, Belmont, obviously like the new kid on the block there, but they come and beat people, 15 points. Are you guys coming in with the mindset, this is still our conference, you're going to have to come through us first?
Well, they're good. We got a lot of respect for them. Belmont's just right down the road. It's not like they're in Virginia, and we've never seen them. We're very familiar with Belmont, very familiar. I got a huge amount of respect for Coach Bird and the success and longevity that he's had over there at Belmont. That's you don't see that in this day and age, like Krzyzewski at Duke or Coach Bird at Belmont and the success he had from NAI to Atlantic Sun to now here in the OVC. But it's Murray State has been a dominant team in this conference, not just while I've been here, but for many, many years. And we're looking for a great opportunity. It's a great opportunity for us to play a great team Thursday and win the next conference game.
Did they remind you of anybody on film?
Not anybody that we've played so far this year. Some Eastern Kentucky tendencies at times, just the way they kind of spread you out at times, and they do run some back cut stuff, where they'll try to get Clark or Mann or Johnson, some people on some back cut stuff. But they have their, kind of unique system, and it's been very, very successful for them.
The turnover margin for them is, I think, almost 6. Are they like Eastern in the regard that they really turn those into points, or are they just good?
Yeah, you look. I looked. I know they turn you over. I was just in a staff meeting with the coach that's doing the scout, and they get after you. They pressure you. They'll press at times. Different situations. They'll pick up and press, jam the outlet, do some different things like that. But we're going to have to do a great job taking care of the ball and being strong with the ball, because anytime you're turning people over, most of the time they're going to convert those into easy layups or threes, and we can't give them any easy baskets. They're too efficient as it is. They're averaging 83 points a game. They're shooting 46 from 3, 54 from the field. So they're having a tremendous year. So
On that though, coming off a 6 turnover game, you could live with that every game.
well, if we had only 6 turnovers every game, we wouldn't be 16-5. We'd probably be 21-0. But that's something we've got to continue to get better on. It's been one of our Achilles heels all season long. It's because it's not a lot of dead ball turnovers. They're turnovers that are giving people easy baskets. And when you play somebody as good as Belmont, you can't give them any easy opportunities.
You mentioned the progression of Lutrez earlier. Any shot by the end of the season we might see him crack your starting lineup?
I don't know. We're just kind of in this, routine with these guys right now. I really haven't even thought about it too much. I mean, a little bit I've thought about it, but, Brandon's doing well for us, and I like Trez right now coming off in that role, and Trez is doing a good job, and he's just got to continue to get healthy, and he's doing that.
Usually you guys like to play fast, but them averaging 83 points a game, would you maybe want to slow them down a little bit?
Well, we won't. We're not gonna just bring the shot clock down. If you watch a lot of teams that play us this year, they're going to milk the clock. You're going to run 25 seconds. They're going to play it because they don't want us to play in transition. Now, do I think we need to take quick bad shots against Belmont? Definitely no, because obviously that's more opportunities for them. We need to be patient and take good shots and execute on the offensive end. But we're not going to try to, milk the clock down to 10. I think that could take away some of our strengths as well. But we've got to limit their possessions at times, yes.
It's sort of a double-edged sword, though, with some of the guys. I mean, it looks like some of the guys are even tentative, gun-shy, it seems at times, taking shots at the looks.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Stacy turned down a couple good open looks watching the tape on Saturday. He's the only one that really, that I thought really, didn't take a couple that he probably could have. I thought everybody else either shot him or they were contested at times. But, we just got to get in the gym this week, shoot free throws, shoot the basketball a bunch before and after practice. And, if we continue to work and cut hard and put the time in, eventually we'll start to make shots because, earlier in the year against very good teams, we were shooting a good percentage. And we're just struggling from the three right now. We're struggling from the free throw line.
You had to be happy with Moss's play Saturday. 5 assists, no turnovers.
Yeah, that was big. Anytime he can go in there and 5 assists, 0 turnovers, but he put a little bit more pressure on the basket, and that's what I want really from him right now is, you can make a three, but we don't need to just be a three-point shooting basketball team. We need to get the ball inside. We need to get to the free throw line. If you look at our free throw stats, we're getting to the free throw line a lot more than our opponents. The problem is our percentages aren't very good. And even from good free throw shooters, their percentages aren't lights out, 80, 90%. They're in the high 60s, mid 70s, where, those guys should be in the 80s. And then the guys that are in the 50s, you hope they could get into the 60s. But, yeah, Jeff was good, and, he just needs to continue to get better. The biggest thing that I'm on him about really is being better on the defensive end of the floor.